العالمين والعاقبة للمتقين والصلاة والسلام على رسوله محمد وآله وصحبه أجمعين. اللهم رب زدني علما رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. So we are going to start with Ayah 165 from Surah Al-Baqarah. So I'll start with it. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. ومن الناس من يتخذ من دون الله أندادا يحبونهم كحب الله والذين آمنوا أشد حبا لله ولو يرى الذين ظلموا إذ يرون العذاب أن القوة لله جميعا وأن الله شديد العذاب. وأن mean from الناس people, man who يتخذ he takes من دوني other than or besides Allah أندادا rivals يحبون they love whom them like حب الله the love of Allah. وَأَنْ الَّذِينَ those who آمَنوا they believed أشد stronger or swear more حبا in love لله for Allah. وَأَنْ لو if يرى he sees الَّذِينَ those who ظلموا they wronged إذ when يرون they see العذاب the punishment or the torment أن that القوة the power lillahi for Allah jami'a all. وأن أن that Allah shadidul adabi severe of the punishment. This is mudaf ilayhi. So I'll combine to make a sense here. And of the people who takes other than Allah as rivals, they love them as the love of Allah, and those who believed they are stronger in love for Allah, are more in love for Allah. And if those who wronged could see or can see, when they see or when they saw the punishment, that all the power is for Allah and that Allah is severe in punishment. Yeah.
Hubbi is masdar.
Hubb is masdar.
Habba.
Habba yahibbu and hubb.
Love.
Hubb masdar. So we can go to the next ayah here.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. إذ تبرأ الذين تبعوا من الذين اتبعوا ورأوا العذاب وتقطعت بهم الأسباب. Is when تبرأ he disowned الذين those who اتبعوا they were followed min from allazina those ittaba'u they followed wa and ra'aw they saw al-azab punishment wa and taqatta'at it cut off she cut off be with him them al-asbab all relations. When those who were followed disowned those who followed them, and they followed and they see or they saw the punishment, then all and punishment and all relation will be cut off for them. From them.
It is not passive.
All relation will cut off for them. Yeah.
Or cut off for them. Relations al-asbabu, because this is marfu here. So taqatta'at, this is feminine gender, because al-asbab singular is sabab and the plural is asbab, and this is broken plural. For broken plural we use third person singular feminine gender. So that is why it's feminine gender.
She.
تقطعت فعلت فعل he did and فعلت she did. So اتبعوا is passive voice. What is the first word for
اتبع.
اتبع? Then اتبعوا. اتبع he followed and اتبعوا they followed. And what is اتبعوا they were followed. This is passive voice. So here two groups here. اتبعوا the one who follows. اتبعوا those who are followed. So they are talking about themselves, that they all the relations will be cut off from them, all the means, resources, and wasila, and all these things. No friendship will work here. So those who were followed, they will disown. They will declare all the disconnection from these people who follow them, who followed them. Right? They will say, no, we did not ask you to follow us. So here all the relations, means, resources and connections will be cut off. Nothing will be working here. So this is very important here. And in the first ayah, see, after mentioning about the oneness of Allah here, Tawheed, wa ilahukum ilahun wahid, la ilaha illa huwa Rahman Rahim. Here Allah is talking about the shirk, association of partners with Allah. That among the people they take rivals, means comparable, equivalent, and they are associating these people with Allah. Abdullah bin Mas'ud radiyallahu ta'ala anhu reported in Al-Bukhari. He said, I asked Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alayhi wasallam that what is the greatest sin? He replied that أن تجعل لله ندا وهو خلقك, that you appoint a rival for Allah while He has created you. This is the greatest sin here. And also it is said many times, we discuss here in shirk la dhulmun adim, that indeed shirk means associating partners, rivals against Allah is a great wrongdoing, is a shirk. Shirk is a great zulm here. So we can read the next ayah here. So yeah, this is what happening. If when I look back actually here, they are talking about these mushrikeen and idolaters and polytheists, that they are worshipping these idols and other people. At the same time, if we go back and look at our picture back home, what is going on there? What is the reasons for all these problems? Where these people are going? What is happening? So is this ayah not talking about those people at the same time? Yes. Why? Because we have been kept away from this book, which is the manual how to spend the life. Because nobody is reading Qur'an, and even the responsible people, they are not encouraging and motivating those people to teach this book. See, it's very clear here that we have to make our aqidah very straight. This is very important here. I don't want to go into the detail what is happening there, but anyway, this is a. So we can go to the next. I will talk about more.
So this allazina word, it is also used for humans as well as idols, is it?
Yes, both. And also at the same time, these idols or anything, they will be given actually speaking power. They will speak against the people who are worshipping them, right? Right, our hands, even we are using these hands, our tongues, our skin is when we'll talk, we'll give witness against ourselves. Allah will give them the power of talking. They will speak against us. All these organs will speak against, and even so Allah can do. Allah is in Allah ala kulli shay'in qadir. So will be given actually power of speaking. They will speak against these people. Yeah, like Fir'aun. See, they made him a god, so, and many other. There are many examples here. In the history. We can go to the next ayah, brother.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وقال الذين اتبعوا لو أن لنا كرة فنتبرأ منهم كما تبرأوا منا كذلك يريهم الله أعماله حسرات عليهم وما هم بخارجين من النار. The translation here says, Those who had followed will say, if only we could return to the world, then we too will disassociate ourselves from them as they now do to us. In this manner, Allah will show them their actions as a cause of regret to them. They will never be able to escape from the fire.
Good. So, can we do word by word translation here?
Should I?
Yeah, go ahead.
Wa and Qala, he said, Allazina, those who ittaba'u, they followed, law, if anna, that, lana, for us, karratan, a return, fa, so, natabarra'a, we will disown, minhum, from them, kama, like, as, tabarra'u, they disown, minna, from us, kadhalika, like that, yurihimullahu, Allah will show them, a'malahum, their deeds, hasaratin, as regrets, regrets, alayhim, against them or upon them, wa, and ma, not whom they be with kharijin, those who come out, min, from an-nar, fire. And those who followed will say, if there is a return for us, so we will disown them as they disown us. Similarly, Allah will show them their deeds as regrets upon them, so they will not come out from fire.
They are not the ones. Actually, here the combination of ma and bi
Oh, they will never.
Is a stronger
They
negation.
will not.
Never, you can say never, but here they are not at all
Ma bi,
the
yes.
ones who will get out of the
Fire.
fire. So ma bi is very important here. This is a stronger negation here. There, laysa
at
bi,
all.
the first one is laysa bi, strong, not at all. Ma bi is stronger, and there is another one, la nafiyatu lil jins. Yeah, la hawla wa la quwwata la rayba fi is the strongest negation here. Okay. Yeah, hasaratan is the plural of hasra, regret. Hasira yakhsaru.
Yuri.
فنتبرأ, this was نتبرأ. Why it is نتبرأ? Because fa sababiyya, the reason. So this is fa sababiyya, and this is taken as nawasibul fi'lul madari, so it is putting a nasab, means dhabar. It was نتبرأ, it becomes نتبرأ due to fa, which is fa sababiyya.
So starting word is barra.
نتبرأ.
No, starting word.
No, starting is تبرأ.
Tabarra.
توكل تبرأ يتبرأ تبرو توكل يتوكل توكل باب تفاعل. Here in the first ayah والذين آمنوا أشد حبا لله. So along with these mushrikeen, idolaters, those who associate partners and rivals with Allah, it is mentioned about the believers. وَالَّذِينَ آمَنُوا أَشَدُّ حُبًّا لِلَّهِ. And those who believed, they are more in love for Allah than anything else. So comparing with something. Or it means that they strongly believes in the oneness of Allah. And at the same time, they do not associate partners and rivals with Allah. Rather, they declare openly that إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدُ وَإِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينُ. You alone we worship, and you alone we ask for help. And this is the behavior of the believers. They are stronger in love in Allah. They have more love for Allah comparing with anything else in this world. So this is important here. And it is said, when they will see these people who followed other people, like they worship idols, they associate partners with Allah, other peoples or other things, so they will regret on the day of judgment, right? So when they will see this severe punishment there, they will have a strong desire that if they could get an opportunity to go back to the world and should disown and dissociate these people they were following. So, but it's not possible. So Allah will actually put all these actions and deeds they have done in this dunya in front of them as a regrets. For example, they work hard in this world to do these deeds and actions, right? According to them, they consider that they work hard. They did everything here in this world. But at the end, they will see, when they will see their amal, their action deeds, they will regret on them. Why? Allah will make their amals in the three forms. The first is, He will make these actions and deeds like scattered floating particle in the air, right? Dust particles. And secondly, in the Quran, it is mentioned that their amals will be like ash, like ash, that will be blown away by a strong wind in a stormy day. And also their actions will be like sarab, kasarabin, like a mirage, and an optical illusion, right? The thirsty person will assume that there is a water, so he will go there to look for the water, and when he will reach there, he will not find anything. So this is due to the reflection of light from the sun by this hot air, and it makes an imaginary water sheet. But when a thirsty person reaches there, he doesn't find anything. So this is the example or parable of actions of these disbelievers. They will see, they will regret. So they will find that there is nothing there. So we can move to the next. One more thing here. No, we have to go to. Sorry, I'm sorry. Yeah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم يا أيها الناس كلوا مما في الأرض حلالا طيبا ولا تتبعوا خطوات الشيطان إنه لكم عدو مبين. يا أيها الناس, O you who believe, O mankind, O you mankind, kulu, it's a command, eat, mimma, from what, fil ardi, what is in the earth, halalan, lawful, tayyiban, good, wala, and do not, tattabi'u, follow, it's again a plural command,
La tattabi'u,
la tattabi'u, do not follow, khutuwatish shaitan, khutuwatish, footsteps of shaitan, mudaf ilay. Innahu, indeed he is, lakum, for you, adubbum, enemy, mubin, clear. O you mankind, eat from this earth what is lawful and good, and do not follow the footstep of shaitan. Indeed he is for you and clear enemy.
Very good. So eat from halal means lawful, tayyib is good and pure. So two things here, halal which is lawful, and tayyib is good and pure on the earth. So halal, tayyib and halal. Why Allah is making these things halal? This is a blessing and favor of Allah, by the way. You see the consequences here around the world. What is happening? They are eating these unpure things which are not tayyib, right? Is not allowed. So this is a favor and blessing of Allah that He is making these tayyib, pure and good things that doesn't cause any harm to your body, and at the same time it doesn't cause any harm to your brain. So this is very important. So there is a philosophy behind halal and haram. So it is for our benefit, and this is a blessing and favor of Allah here. So, and wala tattabi'u khutuwat ash-shaytan, and don't follow the footstep. Khutuwat is plural of khutwa. Khutwa, like da'wah. What is the root word for da'wah? Da'a yad'u. Khatwa, waw is there because waw is huruf illa. So khata, yakhtu, khutwa and khutuwat. So this is footstep of shaitan. But don't follow the footsteps of shaitan. So some of the things shaitan, what are the footsteps of shaitan actually? All the ways and methods he is using to misguide the believers, right? Or anybody to go astray. So these are all footsteps of shaitan. And any act that is in the disobedience of Allah is the footstep of shaitan. So shaitan is actually beautifying and decorating all these actions for us that we should jump and start doing that. And they are evil, right? And he's beautifying, decorating and making them attractive so that people should jump on them and start doing that. This is what he is doing. So these are all footsteps of shaitan. And also some of the things Allah made for us halal, but shaitan motivated and encouraged people to make them haram, right? For example, you can see is in Surah Al-Ma'idah. This halal and haram, inshallah, we'll discuss in detail Surah Al-Ma'idah and Surah Al-An'am. So Surah Al-Ma'idah, it is said, مَا جَعَلَ اللَّهُ مِن بَحِيرَةٍ وَلَا سَائِبَةٍ وَلَا وَسِيلَةٍ وَلَا حَامٍ وَلَكِنَّ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا يَفْتَرُونَ عَلَى اللَّهِ الْكَذِبَ وَإِنِّي بِمَا تَعْمَلُونَ عَلِيمٌ. That Allah has not made this Saiba, Bahira, Saiba, Wasila and Ham. But these kuffar, disbelievers, they fabricated lies against Allah due to this shaitan, khutuwat shaitan. Now let us look at these things. Bahira, what is Bahira? It was a she camel. Actually, these shaitan actually encouraged them to make them unlawful, although they were halal from Allah. So what is this Bahira? Bahira is a she camel. that they spear sincerely for idols, right? And they stop milking this she camel, and nobody was allowed to milk this this animal, so make it haram, right? So, and secondly, this Bahira and Saiba was again a she camel, and they set it free for grazing on the pasture in the grassy field, that nobody can use it for riding, nobody can use it for any work, and they cannot use it for anything, right? So they prohibited it. And third was Wasila, again one of the she camels, right? And this she camel gave birth first time to a she camel, and second time again she gave birth to a she camel, right? So they spare it, they set it free for these idols, and people were not allowed to eat it and use it for anything. And finally, Ham is a male camel, and they set it free. This male camel actually produced many generations of camels, right? And later on they set it free, they spare it for idols. So nobody was allowed to ride on this camel, to use it, to carry anything on this camel. So despite of lawful, and these were lawful animals, but shaitan actually encouraged them, make it attractive, to make it haram. So this is what it is said, that Allah has made them halal for you, but shaitan, this is وَلَا تَتَّبِعُوا خُطُوَاتِ الشَّيْطَانِ, don't follow the shaitan. So this is shaitan actually making these halal things as haram.
Wasila is she camel?
Wasila, swad, with swad. Wasila,
swad,
with swad, not seen.
There's another wasila.
Wasila, that is sabab, source, mean, that is different.
This one is swad.
No, this is swad. Yeah.
Another point, like, does it tayyib come always with halal or no? Or halal can come?
Yeah, tayyib is also, we can use tayyib as halal as well. Ya
No,
ayyuhalladhi,
in the Quran, does it come
it just comes separately. Not, it is not necessary that
Not
it comes.
necessary.
For example, Ya ayyuhar rusulu kulu minat tayyibati. O messengers, eat from good, pure, and also it is used for halal at the same time. So, yeah, no, not necessary. Not necessary. One of the hadith actually here, it is reported in Muslim. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that Allah exalted says that I have created my servants as hunafa. What is hunafa? Hunafa is the plural of hanif. Straight, upright, right? Concentrating and focusing in one direction, worshipping none but Allah. But later on, this devil, Satan, actually led them astray from their true and natural religion, which is ad-dinul fitra. And also, he made unlawful for them what I made lawful. This is what Shaitan is saying. So this is in the Muslim, that ad-dinul fitra is that we should eat these halal things at the same time. So this is Shaitan actually making them unlawful things, lawful thing as unlawful, making halal to haram. Yeah, we can go. You have any comment?
إنما يأمركم بالسوء والفحشاء وأن تقولوا على الله ما لا تعلمون. Indeed, what? يأمركم.
Innama is only.
Only.
Yeah.
يأمركم. He ordered. He will order you.
He will order you, or he orders you, both, because this is mudara.
With sin, the su'i.
Su is evil, bad,
With bad.
or evil.
Fashai.
Any sinful act is called fahish. Immoral or sinful, yeah. Jazakumullah khairan.
And that taqulu, you said.
Yeah, this was taquluna. So noon is dropped due to one, because this is namasibul fi'lul madari.
You always said.
That you say.
You say. Allah upon Allah, ma what la not ta'lamun, you knows.
You know, very good. So this ayah is talking about shaitan, right? Connected to the previous ayah, yeah. अब मिला दें, अच्छा आपने किया सिर्फ यामुरु, he orders, start करें यामुरुकुम, he
order you
इन्नमा only
he order you only with sin,
evil or bad,
evil and
immoral acts or sinful acts,
and that he will say,
that you say, تقولون,
you will say on Allah,
against Allah,
against Allah, what lie you does not know.
or you don't know. Good.
You don't know.
Yeah. And that you say against Allah what you don't know. This again, shaitan is actually asking them to say that. What we discussed before, this Bahira and Saiba, Wasila and Ham. This is shaitan actually. وَأَن تَقُولُوا عَلَى اللَّهِ مَا لَا, that you say against Allah what you don't know. So this is all shaitan, that وَلَكِنَّ الَّذِينَ يَفْتَرُونَ عَلَى اللَّهِ الْكَذِبَ. But those who disbelieve, they are fabricating all these lies against Allah. Who is the supporter? Shaitan is supporting them to say that. So this is what this ayah says. So shaitan only orders the evil and immoral acts, the sinful acts. And also, he actually support you to say something against Allah, which he didn't do. So they are fabricating lies against Allah, but you don't know. So here Allah is used against Allah. That Allah has made this unlawful. Is wrong statement, not Allah. Shaitan. We can move forward.
B here is silatul fi'l.
Which one?
B. Bisu'i.
Yeah. Amara bi. Jazakumullah khair. Amara bi. So amara is used with silatul fi'l. Amara bi. He orders. So B is silatul fi'l. What is fi'l? Amara. So B is used with amara. Yeah.
So we don't need to translate it
No.
as B with.
Jazakumullah khairan.
الشرب.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وإذا قيل لهم اتبعوا ما أنزل الله قالوا بل نتبع ما ألفينا عليه آباءنا أولو كان آباءهم لا يعقلون شيئا ولا يهتدون. And إذا when قيل said,
It is said.
It is said.
A passive voice. Qala, he said. Qila, it is said.
It is said lahum, for to them,
To them or for.
ittabi'u, follow.
You all
You
follow.
all follow. Ma, what anzala revealed.
He revealed or
He
he sent
revealed.
down. Yeah.
Allah, qalu, they said, bal,
Rather.
nattabi'u, we will follow.
We follow.
We follow. Ma, what? Al-Faina.
We found. We found. Actually, the root word is alfa, yulfi, ilfa. Like aghna, yughni, and ighna. This is a special case of bab if'al. Al-Faina, we found.
We found. Alayhi,
Upon it.
upon it. Abana, fathers.
Our forefathers. Our fathers. Yeah.
Abana, our forefathers. Awalau, even though Kana,
he is or he was. Kana, he was. Yakunu, he is. Here ava is a question mark, like like. Kya agar, in Urdu we say kya agar.
okay.
So, but in English we say even though, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Kana,
Kana,
he was.
Aba'uhum, their forefathers.
Hmm.
La, not ya'iluna, they will understand.
They understand.
Shay'a,
La yaqiluna. They
will not understand.
they don't understand. Yeah.
Shay'an, things.
Anything.
La yahtadun.
They are.
La yahtadun, they do not guide it.
Yeah, they are not
They are not
guided.
guided.
They are not
Guided.
the guided. They are not guided. Yeah.
And when it is said to them, follow what Allah revealed, they said,
They say the operator idha. When this will change everything into mudari, present and future. Yeah. Yeah.
so they say, rather we will follow that which we found our fathers doing.
Or
Even
at what we found our forefathers at. So alayhi is at.
Okay.
What we found our forefathers at.
And even though their forefathers
Kana la yaqiluna. They not
they
used
do
to understand. Or they did not understand. We can say that they did not understand.
Even though our their forefathers did not understand
Anything.
anything.
Or at all, we can say that they did not understand at all. We can say at all.
Mm,
And
La yahtadun, and
they are
misguided.
they are misguided mean they are not
They are not
not guided. La yahtadun, the root word is ihtada, yahtadi and ihtida. So this is the special case of bab iftial. So this is very clear. Yani, when they were invited to Islam, they said Islam are what is revealed, what was sent down by Allah, the book, the Qur'an and messenger, right? So messenger is inviting them with the book, but they say we will follow, we'll continue to follow what we found our forefathers, right? And it is said here, even though their forefathers did not understand anything, they don't understand, they are misguided, right? They are ignorant, they are misguided, say they don't understand what they are doing. So this is their answer, that we will follow what we found our forefathers there. So we'll continue to do that. Why? Because they are ignorant, they are misguided, they don't understand, they don't have aql, they don't think even, so they don't understand. So this is and they are not guided as well. Ittabi'u, here it was ittaba'u, they followed. Uttubi'u, they were followed. What is nattabi'u? We followed. Was it ittabi'u, you all? Follow. So you see the single word here is coming in different forms. So that is why we do this surf. Surf mean turning a word around and create new words from the single word in different forms we come across in the Quran. So let us do this ittaba'a, just to practice. Ittaba'a, he followed, past. Ittaba'a, ittaba'u, ittaba'ta, ittaba'tum, ittaba'tu, ittaba'na, yattabi'u, yattabi'una, tattabi'u, tattabi'una, attabi'u and nattabi'u. Ittabi', la tattabi', ittabi'u, la tattabi'u is come. Muttabi', muttabi'un, muttabi'in, muttaba', muttaba'un, muttaba'in, ittiba' to follow. We say ittiba' in Urdu as well. So see, we created all these different forms of a single word we can come across in the Quran and we can recognize them. So this is the way to do this surf, turning around one single word to create new forms, so that we will come across in any forms, any format of this single word, we can recognize it. We can move to the next ayah. Yeah, go ahead.
You? Sorry.
Okay, go.
Upper land, सब कोई बात नहीं, फिर आ जाएंगे.
No problem. Go ahead.
مثل الذين كفروا كمثل الذي ينعق بما لا يسمع إلا دعاء ونداء ثم بكم عمي فهم لا يعقلون. And مثل example الذين those who kafaru, disbelieve, kamathali, like the example alladhi, of the one who yan'iqu.
Naqaqa yan'iqu. Naqa, he shouted at something. Yan'iqu, he shouts at.
He shouts. Bima, be at.
Yan'iqu bi, he shouts at. Ma, what?
La, not. Yasma'u, hearing.
He listens. La yasma'u, he doesn't listen.
Illa, except. Dua, call.
Call.
Wanida, call.
Here call here, but there's a difference between dua and dua. So call, a near call is dua and a distant call is nida, because you need more energy and more intensity for that sound. So there's a difference between two here. Calls and cries, we can say that. Cry, a louder sound, louder voice.
Sumum, deaf. Bukmun, dumb. Umyun, blind. Wahum. Fahum, so. Hum, they. La, not. Yaqilun, understand. The example of those who disbelieve is like the example of the one who shouts at what?
At what?
Or what or who does not hear?
Yeah, at what or at those, we can say, at the one who
The one who does not hear except
calls
calls
and
cries.
yeah.
They are deaf and dumb.
Yeah, they are, we can say they are.
They are deaf, dumb, and blind, so they not understand.
They say they don't understand here. So here, as I said, dua is the first word is da'a, yad'u, and dua. Nida is nada, yunadi, munada, and the second masdar here is nida from munada. So munada, to call in an intensified voice. Summun is the plural of asammu. This is plural. Bukmun is abkamu, singular. Bukmun plural, jama. Umyun is a'ma. A'ma and umyun is plural. So here this ayah is actually saying that all these disbelievers are like wandering animals. They are just like animals, right? Cattle or animals. So like the example of the one who shouts at these animals, right? For their benefit, if they are going to a wrong direction, it is harmful for them. And the shepherd is calling them, the flock of sheep, for example, the shepherd is calling them for their benefit, to save them from some hazard or damage. But they don't understand. They don't. So these believers are just like the flock of sheep that the da'i, the shepherd is calling them for their benefit. They only listen these calls and cries. They don't understand what he is asking about, what he is calling us towards. That is benefit for them, but they don't understand what is the benefit. So these da'i is calling them towards the Sirat Mustaqim and Qur'an. They don't understand, or towards the guidance, but they are wanting. They are just like animals, because so here in this ayah, four valuable organs are discussed here. The first one is the tongue, right? They are first one, this one, summun, the ear. They are deaf because they don't listen the truth. They are dumb. They don't say the truth. They don't say, even if they know that it's true, but they will not say the truth from their tongue, right? And so this is dumb, and here they are deaf, and they are not using their eyes. They are blind, means they don't see these clear signs and evident proof of the signs of Allah, of the truth. They don't see them, right? And also the top one, the big ni'mah and blessing on the top of the body, which is brain, they don't use it, and they don't understand the path of the guidance or the truth. So they are just like animals. So it's a beautiful example, parable for these disbelievers. We can move forward.
Yes.
Yeah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا كلوا من طيبات ما رزقناكم واشكروا لله إن كنتم إياه تعبدون. Ya you, oh you, alladhi who,
those
who, amanu believed.
They believed.
Kulu, eat.
You all eat. What is singular for kulu? Kul. You eat. And kulu is plural. You all eat.
Okay. Min, from, tayyibati, good, the good, ma, what, razaqnakum, we have provided you, washkuru, and be grateful, illah, to Allah, lillahi, to Allah, in, if, kuntum, you, ayyaw, alone.
You are. Kuntum, you were, or you are.
You are. Okay. Ayyaw, alone, tabudu, worship.
Iyyahu, him alone.
Him alone.
Who? This who is a pronoun for Allah. Who alone? Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. You alone we worship, and you alone we ask for help. Iyya doesn't mean anything here, but it is used for ikhtisas here, for putting something on, to hold it, because you cannot use who here in the beginning alone. So this word iyya is used there to hold this who. Yeah.
Ta'buduna, worship him.
You all worship.
You are.
Ta'buduna, you all worship. Him is who? Who? Yeah. Jazakallah khairan.
O you who have believed, eat from the good things which we have provided for you, and be grateful to Allah if it is indeed Him that you worship.
You worship him alone. Okay. You worship him alone. Good. Yeah, it's very good. So, kulu min tayyibati ma razaqnakum. The provision we have provided with you, you have to eat from good, pure, and as I said, halal. So we should always seek for the halal rizq here. Halal. Halal. So why? Because eating halal, pure and good is an act of worship, ibadah. And at the same time, eating halal rizq and looking for the halal rizq is a cause for the acceptance of prayers and supplications. Right? And if the rizq is not halal, so there is a doubt that all these supplications, and even this is not an act of worship, so there's a doubt that these du'as or supplications will be accepted, right? So Abu Huraira radiallahu, there's a beautiful hadith in connection with this ayah. Abu Huraira radiallahu ta'ala anhu in Bukhari reported that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wasallam said, Allah is tayyib, good and pure, and he accepts only tayyib, good and pure. He accepts only tayyib, yani good and pure and halal, nothing else. And he commanded the believers what he commanded his messengers. What he commanded us, he said, what he commanded to his messenger, Ya ayyuhar rusulu kulu min at-tayyibati wa'malu salihan inni bima ta'maluna alim. O messengers, eat from the good, pure and halal things and do righteous deeds. And I am all well aware of what you do. So this was commanded to his prophet. So the same thing is commanded to the believers. What it said here, Kulu ya ayyuhalladhina kulu min tayyibati ma razaqnakum. Eat from the pure, halal and good things what we have provided you with. We have provided you with. And also be grateful. So halal rizq is very important. As well. So Abu Huraira radiallahu ta'ala anhu said, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that Allah is pure, Allah is tayyib, and he accepts only tayyib, and he commanded what he commanded his messengers, as I said before. And then he mentioned about a person that he was engaged in a long journey. All his hairs were untidy, and he was covered with the dust, all the dust. And what he was doing there, he was raising his two hands toward the sky, say, Ya Rab, Ya Rab, oh my Lord, oh my Lord. And he said, while he was he was praying supplication, Ya Rab, Ya Rab, while his food is haram, what he's eating is haram, his drink is haram, his clothes are haram, and what he's nourished with is haram, right? How his supplications can be accepted? Can never. So if the rizq is coming from haram sources, so dua is not accepted here. This is what it is said here. So we should always go for the halal thing. And what we do in the Fajr prayer, this is the first thing at the beginning of the day. We ask Allah, Allahumma inni as'aluka ilman nafi'an wa rizqan tayyiban wa amalan mutaqabbala. After every Fajr prayer, we say this dua. Oh Allah, give me the knowledge which is beneficial, the rizq which is halal, and the deed or actions that is acceptable before you. So this is what the dua every day we do after. It is recommended by Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We can go to the next time. Still we have time or no?
Yeah, we have.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إنما حرم عليكم الميتة والدم ولحم الخنزير وما أهل به لغير الله فمن اضطر غير باغ ولا آد فلا إثم عليه إن الله غفور رحيم. Innama only harrama he forbade alaykum upon you all al maytata and the dead, wa and addama the blood, wa and lahma flesh al khinziri the swine, lahma al khinziri flesh of swine, wa and ma what uhilla it is dedicated,
it is called or it is mentioned,
it is mentioned bihi with it. لغير other than Allah. فَاسْهُ man who udturra he
forced or compelled. In Urdu we say istirari kafiyat. I don't know, we know Urdu. Istirari kafiyat. When somebody is compelled and forced in necessity that he has to do for survival. Udturra, yeah. Udturra
he was
forced or compelled.
غير other than baghin.
Baghi, disobedience, rebellion.
And la not adin
Transgressor. Who cross the limits.
Fa, so, la, not, isma, sin, alayhi, upon him, inna, indeed, Allah, ghafurun, extremely
Oft forgiving,
forgiving, rahimun,
always
merciful.
Continuously.
Only Allah forbade you all the dead, the blood and the flesh of the swine, and what is mentioned with it without other than Allah. So whoever is forced without
not an obedience, disobedience,
without obedience, and not in transgression. Yeah, then is a file, and not as a transgressor. So then, no sin upon him. Indeed, Allah is oft forgiving, always merciful.
Allah only made this haram, nothing else. No. Here, this is with reference to the previous discussion that they are saying this Bahira, Saiba, Wasila, and Ham. They made it haram, right? By themselves. Although they were halal. We discussed this Saiba and Wasila and Ham and Bahira. That they spare these animals for idols, that nobody can touch them. These she camels and the male camel, 4 types. This is connection with that Allah did not make those things haram. Allah made these things haram and some other things also, right? Not those. Innama is going back to this hasar, only. But this only mean not those things, but these things, some of these things. What is haram here? Maita, al-maita. What is maita? The dead animal. What is dead animal? Dead animal is defined in Surah Al-Ma'idah. وَالْمُنْخَنِقَةُ وَالْمَوْقُوذَةُ وَالْمُتَرَدِّيَةُ وَالنَّطِيخَةُ وَمَا أَسْبَعُ. So let us start with again. Al-munkhaniqatu, the strangling, the animal that is dead and the other one is munkhaniqatu mutaradiyatu, that falls from a height, right? And natiha, goring with the horns, right? And another one is mawqudatu. What is mawqudatu? That is hit by a violent blow and he is dead. It is dead, right? So these type of animals that are dead before they are slaughtered, so they are dead. You cannot eat them. And what is partially eaten by a wild animal and it is dead now, right? And you have not make Bismillah, slaughter it before it is dead, right? So these are all haram things. So this is al-maita, which is defined there here. What is ad-dama?
Blood.
Ad-dama al-mafsuha. What is masfuha? Ad-dama al-masfuha. The blood that is flowing at the time of slaughtering. You cannot put it in the glass or in bucket and then eat or drink it, right? So this is haram here. So lakhm al-khinziri, the flesh of swine. So it is haram. This is for our benefit. Because these type of animals, they cause harm to your body and your brain. So it is not allowed here. And also it is mentioned in Surah Al-Ma'idah that lakhm al-khinziru, this is haram. Why? Because فَإِنَّهُ رِجْس. What is rijs? Rijs, glidgi, napake, filth, impure, filth, dirtiness. This is dirt, filth. And everybody knows about this. What is the problem with this swine, right? So that is why it is not halal, it is haram. So this is haram here. وَمَا أُهِلَّ بِهِ لِغَيْرِ أُهِلَّ, the first word is ahalla, yuhillu, ihlal. Ahalla mean rafa sawtahu bidhikrillahi. He raised his voice with the mentioning of Allah. When you say Bismillah, Allahu Akbar, you are raising your voice with the mentioning of Allah. So this is uhilla. It is called, it is mentioned. And from the same word we have derived tahleel. What is tahleel? Hallala yuhallil. Tahleel is la ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. You raise your voice, sometimes say ashhadu Allah, say shahada, ashhadu Allah ilaha illallah. So you are raising your voice with the name of Allah, which is called Allah. So, and the animal which is not slaughtered with the name of Allah. It is mentioned again in Surah Al-Ma'idah that don't eat the things where this name of Allah is not mentioned. Ismullahi is not mentioned there. So this is why it is mentioned here. And then فَمَنِ اضْطُرَّ but who is forced and compelled, he doesn't find anything else, but he find dead animals or these haram things, he can eat for survival only. He can eat for survival. But غَيْرَ بَاغِبٍ, and even then he should not be disobedient to Allah. Don't consider that this is halal. Consider in his mind and heart that this is haram. But because I have to survive, right? In necessity, so I have to eat. And sometimes it is not, it is a requirement that you have to eat, otherwise you will die. And a person that is dying due to this survival problem, he knows that this is halal, the dead animals are there or haram things are there, he should eat it for the survival. This is a requirement according to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But he should not consider it halal, he should consider it haram, that this is the order of Allah, I'm obedient to Allah, I am not disobeying, but because I am due to necessity and survival, I have to survive. And again, it is a recommendation of Rasulullah that you have to eat it. So, baghin baga yabghi. Baga mean he disobeyed. And baghin, the one who disobeyed. Adin from ada ya'du. Ada, he transgressed, he crossed the limit. So what is the limit crossing here? What does it mean, crossing the limit? Don't eat continuously, that you started eating these haram things, right? Dead animals or this swine. Don't continue.
Once you are eaten enough for surviving,
A little quantity to survive, not to fill your belly, right? And this is, you are crossing the limits, filling your belly, and at the same time, now again and again you are doing these things. No. When something else is available, go to that which is halal. Don't go. So this is, again, if you are going to the left, you are crossing the limit. So this is the problem here. Fala ithma alay, in these two conditions, then there is no sin upon you. Why? Because Inna Allaha ghafurur rahim. This is very important. We are ignoring sometimes. We just read merely. It means something. Inna Allaha ghafurur rahim. Ghafur is the thing that he will forgive the thing you are eating haram, right? This is a sin. Right? This is a disobedient, but not in this case. So Allah is forgiving you because He is Ghafur. Rahim, you are dying. He is merciful, right? He is continuously merciful. He is always merciful. So that is why He is asking you to eat this, right? But with under the limit. So He is Ghafur and Rahim. So both these attributes are related to the things here in the ayah, that He allow you to eat, right? Because He is merciful, and also He doesn't consider it a sin because He is a Ghafur. Al-Maita. Damma, so there are different kinds of blood as well. For example, what about this liver and spleen? They are also a form of spleen, right? So they are also a form of clustered blood, but it is allowed according to the hadith Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it is allowed, right? Maita, there are some other kinds of maita. For example, the fish, the fish is dead, you eat it, right? So these type of deads are. So we'll discuss these halal and haram inshallah in Surah Al-Ma'idah and Surah Al-An'am inshallah. So we are finishing it here. So inshallah we'll meet again next Thursday. So subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.